strong women wherever you are at. For today, we're grabbing a kettlebell and we're going to build some strength from the inside out. This workout is all about powerful, functional movement and help you feel more confident in your body, more stable, and more energized in your everyday life. You're going to grab a mat, a kettlebell that is challenging for you but doesn't hurt your form. Now you could use one dumbbell instead of the kettle. The kettle just gives us variety. Remember that we want to move every day, minimal 20 minutes, but we want to make it varied. And this is just another way to do strength training and functional movement and make it a little bit varied. Today's flow, we're going to warm up dynamically just like we always do to wake up our body, get our lymphatic system and all of our other systems moving and getting oxygen in the body. We're going to do those full body moves with the kettlebell, strength moves. We're going to do some core and stability movements throughout. It's going to be woven throughout this workout. What I love about kettlebells is it's heavy on one side with a handle. It's almost like in working with stability mobility. It's an unstable, heavy object that we have to keep stable in our functional movement. So it's really great, kind of mimics a baby or an animal. If you're walking your animal and you've got it laterally out here and it's heavy on the distal end of your body. So that would be kind of like what it would mimic. I'm going to stretch and cool down and help you to restore your body. So if you are ready to feel grounded and strong, this is a workout for you. This kettlebell workout is designed for women who want to build strength, improve balance. I'm going to do some one-legged things with a kettlebell and move with confidence without overcomplicating things. I'm going to do basic kettlebell movements. So if you've never used a kettlebell, then this is your opportunity to learn some kettlebell moves. Very simple, strategic, simple, purposeful, intentional movements. Or if you don't own a kettlebell, just grab one dumbbell. Something that challenges you, but you're not going to wreck your form, right? Check it, don't wreck it. So come along with me. Make sure you've got water. You're going to grab your mat. We're going to begin to dynamically warm up our body. All right, here we go. We want to dynamically warm up our body. And that just means we're going to be moving to get the body warmed up, get those fluids moving through the body, get that oxygenated blood moving through the body, warm up your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your cartilage, get your blood pumping, get your heart going. Keep your head above your heart so you don't get dizzy. I'm just going to begin those movements. And we're going to mimic some of the things we're going to do with our kettlebell. So we're going to connect that body and brain together. I'm just doing some transverse movement, just rinsing out the spine. And I want to bring my knees to my chest and open up my glutes. If you've been with me, you've hit that button, like, subscribe, and shared. We thank you for that, but you know the drill. And then I'm going to cross over. So when I start to open up those obliques a little bit, and then I'm going to roll my shoulders back and squat down and load my legs. Knees behind, my toes, and head above my heart. And then I want to move right, left side. And I'm going to take a back lunge. LL, keeping my chest high, keeping my knees stacked over my ankle, pulling my abs in tight. You might want to open up my abductors and adductors. Take my hip flexors back, stretch them out a little bit. rolling the shoulders and pulling my arms up. I'm going to do that nice kettle swing today. So it's going to come right here, not higher. Purposeful swing. And we're going to do some rows. And I'm going to do a halo. Bring it around. Work at the shoulder girdle, upper back, abs. And I'm going to twist it out. And I'm going to twist it into a lunge. I also want to hip hinge. So I'm going to get some deadlifts in there. Some upright rows. And a little goblin squat, a little bit lower, right? Roll the shoulders, roll the elbows, take that big breath up. Exhale that away. So you should feel nice and warmed up. If not, you can do some modified jacks, some skaters. Move your body around. Then you're going to go ahead, sip some water, come back here with your kettlebell for your first exercise. Always squatting down to pick up your dumbbell and or your kettlebell. Keep your head above your heart. I'm going to show you the exercise, and then we're going to do it for 30 seconds. A back lunge. It's going to look like this. I'm going to do a back lunge with my kettlebell. And then I'm going to hip hinge and do a row. All on one side. And then we're going to switch to that other side. And we work. Back lunge, head above the heart. This is where we need to find that balance. Pull your abs really nice and tight to your spine. Hip hinge. Nice row. Back lunge. You can use both hands if you need to. And release. And then we're going to turn. I'm going to turn. You're just going to go to the other leg. And we're going to start again. Back lunge. One-legged with a row. One-legged row. It's actually a one-legged deadlift coming down with a row. Find a focal point. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and release. So I'm going to put down my kettlebell and rinse you out a little bit. Your heart rate should be up. Why? Compound movement, upper lower body together. Also, one-legged prone position, heart to the ground, makes that heart rate go up. So if you need to, you can step side to side. You can grab some water. You can breathe up and then exhale out. When you're using a heavy weight, it's going to make your heart rate go up. You want to burn calories. Compound movement, metabolic movement's a way to do it. All right, squat down for my weight. Next exercise, goblin squat to an upright row. I'm going to hold my weight tight to my body. My feet are going to come out a little bit because those goblin squats, like a yogi squat, low. So I'm going to come all the way down. And as I come up, I'm going to do an upright row Bring it down, kick it up, squat down. Here we go. Goblin squat. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. Coming down, head above the heart, upper lower body. Woo, yeah. Heart rate should be coming up again. Got one more here. And release. So I'm going to squat down, keep my head above my heart, put my kettlebell down, and then twist that out. Now, Beth, yogi squat is not quite for me yet. Those goblin squats, that low squat. You could just do a regular squat. And if you need more stability for your low back, you're going to step back for that upright row. You can do it that way. That's okay. So you can get really low. We want to be able to get into those yogi squats and have those hips open. It's going to help us get up off the floor when we need to without furniture as we get older. Keep those hips nice and flexible, nice and open. All right, going back to lunges. So squatting down for that kettlebell. I'm going to turn my kettlebell upside down. So the flat side is going to be facing up. Looks like that, yes. Now we're going to do front lunge. So I'm going to come out to a front lunge and do a rotation and then switch sides. So the leg that comes out in front, you're going to twist, rotate, transverse movement to that leg. Yes, we're going to alternate these. And we work. Coming down, rotate it out. Coming to the other side, rotate it out. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Perfect. Last one. And perfect. So I'm squatting down, keeping my head above my heart, and stepping side to side. Notice it's strength training, but your heart rate should be up because compound movements, functional movements, twisting, reaching for things, having a heavy object, maybe a child, grocery bags, boxes, pets. We're always carrying those heavy things. And then we're trying to rotate, walk with it. Remember, squatting is sitting. It's your first movement. Walking is lunging. That's your second movement. Push, pull, upright row, push, pull, row is your third and fourth movement. And your last movement, rotation. Rotation. We are doing all the movements. Sit, walk, push, pull, and rotate. You're welcome. This next one is a more cardio kettle swing. I want you to think about purposeful and not momentum. We're not doing this, especially this. We're not coming and just swinging it, right? I want it to be purposeful. Squat down, lift up. I'm going to use my hip to lift it so that my arm can come up. But it's only going to come up to here. It's not coming up way up here. Don't get carried away with the kettlebell swing. It's purposeful. Here, front lateral raise. All right, we're going to do one side and then the other. Now, if you've got a kettlebell and it's heavy and you're like, there's no way I can do that with it, use both hands. That's okay. You work. heart rate should be up. And release. Now, if you're using both hands, you just get an extra 30 seconds of kettlebell swing, which is great for your cardiovascular pulmonary system. All right, and we work the other side. And release. I'm going to put my bell down and breathe up. Your heart rate should be up. Relax that a little bit. Recover. Big breath in, big breath out. If you need, go ahead, get a sip of water. Meet me back here. Squat down. Pick up our kettlebell. And again, I'm going to hold it this way for my halos. So I want to come around, keep my elbows nice and tight. Swing it, a little transverse movement. Twist it, bring it back around, and twist it. So that's what we're doing. Round we go. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. In those obliques, keeping those arms tight to your body, working around the shoulder girdle. Range of motion. Make sure you have a really good, safe grip on your kettlebell. If you're hot and sweaty right now, which you should be, you may need to wipe it up or wear weighted gloves if that handle gets slippery. And you're done. Okay, we have our deadlift to do, clams to do, and that's it. I will cool you down and stretch you out. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I have labored breathing, but I could talk and I can answer a question, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to be so winded that you're getting overheated or dizzy. Stay with me. You want to stay focused. You want to have labored breathing, like you're working hard, but not so much that you can't catch your breath or that you feel dizzy, nauseous, or like you're going to pass out. We don't want to be there. So just checking in on you. So do that talk test with yourself. Do I have labored breathing? Yes, that means I'm working hard. If you don't have any labored breathing and you're just normally talking, perhaps a heavier bell or a little faster in your movements, as long as your form's on point. But you should have a little bit of labored breathing, but you could say, how am I doing? I'm doing awesome. And that's the talk test. If you can't catch your breath and answer a question out loud, not in your head, then maybe slow that down. Bring your heart rate down a little bit. If you're feeling nauseous or dizzy, definitely slow that down. Take some time. Maybe if you're feeling dizzy, get on the ground and sit. Remember that I'm not there with you to spot you. So I'm just helping you learn these tools for your tool belt so that you know what to look for when you're working out, especially when we're all at home working out by ourselves. But you could hit our button, like, subscribe, and share, and join with a friend. And then that will help because you can keep an eye on each other. We want to lift each other up anyway. But if you have questions about how should I be feeling, what should my heart rate be? So I don't do beats per minute heart rate because every single one of you, it's going to be a little different depending on gender, age, height, weight, all of that. It's a formula. I'd have to put the formula in to give that to you. But I'm happy to do that for you if you're looking at what should my heart rate be. If you already know in your heart rate training, check it. Make sure you're in that zone so that you're working efficiently. but you can always do the talk test, and that's going to help you. All right, we're going to go down to those deadlifts. So squatting down, picking up my kettle. You could hold it just like this. And then I'm going to bring my foot in just like this. My booty comes out. I'm going to roll my shoulders back, keep my head above my heart. I'm going to hip hinge, take my abs to my spine, and then lift up. And we work. Exhale. That's the work. Inhale. Exhale. It's important to keep a nice flat back, head above the heart. Working those glutes, hamstrings, low back, piriformis muscle. You know, those rotators that connect your glutes to your hamstrings do a lot of work for you. And release. We want to keep those muscles strong and flexible, not tight. And they tend to be tight. So if you are a person who has to sit a lot during the day and you feel like you have dead butt syndrome, we need to strengthen that up. Go into a playlist, start to do some of those legs with the loop. That's going to help you. All right, and if you have questions about that, let me know. I can help you with that. We don't want that. We are going to now come down to the ground. So I just had you here. Prone position. Now I'm going to flip you on your back into a supine position. We've done right, left sides. We've done squatting. We've done all planes of motion, all 5 movements. You're welcome. Come along with me. Let's get this done. Last one, best one. Clamps, abs. Remember, we did some balance exercises. We've done some core exercises. We have done legs, upper back, arms, compound movements. It's good. I'm going to hold my kettlebell tight to me. Then I'm going to swing it out and squeeze it in. If putting it out here is too much, keep it here. Yes? All right. And we work. Then you can come up. I'm going to put my kettlebell off to the side, and we are at our rest. So you can, if your heart rate's up, inhale and exhale that away. You could also stand up and walk side to side and do that. You can get a sip of water. Okay, I hope you're sipping your water. I'm going to stretch you out and cool you down. If your heart rate's still up, you can do some movements. You can breathe in and out. And I want to keep my head above my heart, and I'm just going to hip hinge, toes coming towards my knees, softness in the joints, shoulders roll back, head above the heart. Just kind of check in where you're a little tight. Big inhale, big exhale. So hamstrings, how are the hamstrings doing? Tight. How about around the hip or in the back? We worked a lot back there. Worked a lot into those legs, into that upper back. You're just checking in with your body. Roll the shoulders back. Keep that head above your heart. Nice flat back. Big inhalation. And then that nice big exhalation. I'm going to bring my legs together. Roll those shoulders back. And then hip hinge again. softness in those joints. Working into those hamstrings from the Achilles all the way through the calves, popliteal space, up into your hamstrings, into your glutes, into that piriformis, and then around the hip and into that low back. So this stretches a lot. The whole of the goal here is to roll those shoulders back, keep your head above your heart, and hinge with a nice flat back. Big inhale, big exhale. Breath work is so important. Big inhale. Big exhale. Because while we're stretching, while our muscles are nice and warm, we want to stretch them out. So consider the warm-up is important. The cool down is important. Almost as important as the core of the workout. So consider from dynamic stretch to the core part of the workout to your stretch and recovery. It's all inclusive. It's all part of the workout. And it's all important, especially as we start to get older or are going through different seasons of life. So that could be going from a young adult into motherhood. That's a season. Your body is doing all kinds of crazy hormonal influxes. And so this part of the recovery is really important for our new mommies. They have to recover their body. Otherwise, it's going to hurt all day long. If you're then in perimenopause again, we're going to lift up and twist. Your body's going through a ton of hormonal changes, up and down, up and down. Sometimes you think like, I don't even know what's going on with my body. Like, who took over my body and what is happening, right? And that can last a long time. So perimenopause is a big chunk of your life, and your hormones again are flip-flopping all over the place. So stretch, warm up, do the core work, because we have to be strong as women. Strong. Not necessarily like thin, but that comes with doing the work, right? But think about you need to be a strong human being so that you can function in the world and get things done. And then menopause, post-menopause, right? So we think about menopause as being like a whole season, and it's really just the one day. It's the one day that your cycle ends and that's it. Then that next day, if it doesn't come back, like if it comes back, then you have to start all over again, right? But if it ends and it's a year after that, then you will stay in postmenopause forever. So menopause, postmenopause, kind of the same thing. It's just an event. But the hormones again, now you're on the decline of losing all that estrogen, and you need that to keep your body healthy, your organs healthy, your brain healthy, keep things working appropriately, keep your weight maintenance. So lifting, strength training is going to be crucial at all seasons of life. There's not a time where it would be okay to say, I don't need to work out anymore, because your muscles will atrophy. And then you're not going to be able to do all the things that you want to do, right? Strength training burns fat, keeps your muscles strong, keeps you be able to, carry things, lift things, move throughout your life, be strong, grip things, do sports that you want to do hobbies that you want to do, just go out and, live your life. It also is going to keep your skeletal system dense. And we need that, because once we start to lose that estrogen, and even in fluctuation, you can lose bone mass. So we want to keep your bones, right, from getting holes in it. So we need to lift. And that's really important. We need cardiovascular training, because We need our cardio, our heart and our pulmonary system, our lungs to be healthy, our organs to be healthy. How do you do that? Cardiovascular training. And then we need to be able to move without hurting and be flexible. We need to be able to reach for things, have range of motion. So we have to do flexibility and balance training. And the older we get, the more we have to practice these things. It just becomes just as important as I have to brush my teeth so I don't get cavities, right? We have to lift, do cardio, and cardio comes in lots of different forms. So if you're not a cardio person and you're like, you think running and I'm not running, walking is just as good. So don't stress about that. Walking, dancing, swimming, moving. If you like hit. It's quick, it's fast. Just get it done, get it over with. But you can find lots of ways to do cardio training. And then flexibility training, balance training, tai chi, yoga, stretch. And we just happen to have all of that in our playlist. So don't forget, hit our button, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. And I will make sure that you have the appropriate workouts that you need and the variety to stay on track, to stay on point, to stay healthy. That's my goal, to give you good information so that you're training the right way, you don't overtrain, we're not doing anything it's complicated, we're doing the things that you need to do, that your body needs to have happen so that you can remain in your body, remain with all your original parts, right? And feel good. I want to do that. All right. My legs are feeling really good. I'm feeling really good around my hips as I begin to rotate, transverse movement, stretching out the spine. And then I need to stretch my arms because I was swinging that heavy kettlebell. And that feels good. If you haven't already invested in a kettlebell, it's just a fun extra thing that you can have around the house. Doesn't take up a whole lot of space, although they're heavy. So consider, if it's not in your practice, you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell and do all of these exercises with one dumbbell, and that's okay. This is just giving you something that's a little bit varied. And the way the kettlebell is loaded versus a dumbbell is a little bit different. So it does make it varied, even though we're still doing rows and deadlifts and squats and upright rows with it. It's just a little varied because of the way the kettlebell is shaped versus how a dumbbell is distributed. It's like weight distribution. And I like to vary up my workouts because my brain has to think about it. Okay, the weight's not distributed, it's not the same thing. I have to take time and help my brain work a little bit harder with that. And that's good for me because my brain works harder, I burn more calories. It's going to be better for brain health. We want to keep our things varied, and then we don't overtrain our bodies as much. If you do the same thing every day, you're going to be sore. And your body will adapt and it will not work hard for you. So we need to what? Make it varied. Move every day, make it varied. You got it. Now, I'm going to take a big breath up. Exhale that away. Hip hinge again. Oh, it feels good. Go in peace. Your kettlebell workout is done. So we did a very functional compound work. So upper body, lower body exercise with a kettlebell. And like I said, you could use a dumbbell for it. We warmed up dynamically. We did the core workout. Now we only did 30 seconds because, as you know, I don't like to make the videos too long for you because you need to turn it on, hit play, and get it done. But you could change this workout by doing 45 seconds. You could do a minute. So you could change the timing, or you could do reps, like up to 15 reps as one set. Do a couple sets. So you can change it that way. Same workout. I'm going to put the exercises in the description so you'll have it. All you have to do is cut and paste, and you've got a whole library of workouts. All right, if you have questions about wellness, the wellness pillars, that's what we work here, or any of the exercises that we did, if I need to break them down a little bit slower for anybody, please let me know in the comments below. I will be happy to help you with this. We want to get you propelling forward on your wellness journey. Take a deep breath in, exhale it out, just let that go. That was a really powerful workout, not just for your body, but for your confidence and your resilience. Remember that strength training isn't just about how you lift or what you lift. It's about how you live, how you move, and how you show up every day for yourself. It's really important. You win big victory when you show up, when you hit play and begin to move your body. If this video, if this workout felt good to you and you want to come back for more, don't forget to share it with a friend. Keep building that strong, supported body that you deserve. I will see you for the next workout. Have a great day. Bye.